Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of TEW Local to Global 1987. We're back with some GCW, and I'm sorry it's been a while. Doing the best I can. At the end of the year, so having the exam seasons coming up. But let's get straight into GCW Fuel. And I have some great news for the GCW Save. We have signed somebody away from WCW. It is none other than the returning Cactus Jack. He's gotten a real boost in popularity ever since working for WCW, as you can see. This means that whenever we're going to bring him back in, he's going to for sure be a future world champion for sure. Definitely going to be a main event talent. And we need him. We need some people to go face against Austin, since Brian Pillman is out of action. And Sting is also out of action. So, alright, let's get to the Tri-State. Let's see what we can do in today's episode. Let's see what we did last episode. So, last episode we had these two shows with Lance Storm being the Intercontinental Champion, Empire with a promo, Austin being furious. Okay. Alright, let's get to it. So we're going to open our show with a promo from Steve Austin and Jesse Ventura. And Jerry Lynn and Taz will be coming out. And Taz, it can all be an entertainment. Why not? Austin and Ventura promo. Also, today we're going to be booking Championship Wrestling 169. So, just to get back on board with two shows per episode, trying to put back on regular scheduled episodes, because the whole Revolution episode screwed everything up because I hosted the first Fuel. But it's fine. We're going to get back to it. And we're going to have to announce Lynn and Taz versus Austin and a mystery partner at Championship Wrestling and handicap match tonight. Okay. Give that 10 minutes. Then we can have the handicap match. It's going to be a 2-on-3 with Jerry Lynn, wherever he is, and Taz versus Commander Cobra, Lieutenant Flynn, and Commodore Kurgan. And in 8 minutes, Jerry Lynn will be getting the victory. No, you know what? Taz getting the victory. Taz will be getting the victory, and afterwards, we can have Steve Austin beat down Jerry Lynn and Taz. So Steve Austin beats down Jerry Lynn and Taz. Alright, that takes care of that. Next up, we're going to have a tag team match. Harlem Heat will be facing off against Well Done, with, of course, Harlem Heat getting the victory after interference on Stephen Dunn from Billy Gunn. And that takes care of the tag storyline. We're going to have our main event be Johnny Ace versus Chris Candido. Johnny Ace and Chris Candido. There you go. It's going to be a 16-minute match with Johnny Ace going over. Afterwards, we're going to have Chris Candido, Diesel, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and Alex Wright, and Jesse James beat down Johnny Ace, with Shane Douglas making the save. Let's put major success for everybody. So Candido on acting, Menace acting, acting. You can go on acting. And you're on selling, and you're going to be on acting as well. Or overness. Definitely overness. So Empire beat down Johnny Ace. Shane Douglas makes the save. Alright, that takes care of that. We're going to have an interview with Eddie Guerrero. Guerrero, he thinks Jericho is a tremendous... I'm going to change that for performer. That can go there. And we're going to have an episode of Disco TV with Lance Storm, the Intercontinental Champion. Disco TV with Lance Storm. Disco challenges Storm. And now, let's not forget that this Sunday at Championship Wrestling, we crown a new TV champion, right? Pretty sure that's this Sunday. And the title is not here yet. Where is the TV championship? Did I make it yet? I might not have made it. I haven't. Okay. So GCW. Generic. Let's go to television championships. I kind of like this one. It's going to be a singles. It's going to be male only. It's going to be a mid-card title. It's going to be the GCW television championship. There it is, the GCW television championship. Let's make sure that I'm not an idiot and that is actually supposed to happen. Okay, yeah. Good. And did I already make the match? No, I didn't. It's a battle royal if I remember correctly. I didn't put it on my notes next to me, but that's fine. If I can just remember it, we'll be fine. Alright, we're also going to be putting Johnny B. Bad in a match tonight. He's going to be facing off against Fit Finlay. Sure. It's going to be a 10-minute match with Fit Finlay going over if Johnny B. Bad will let us. He will. Good. That can go there. And now we need to fill in some matches. Actually, I'm going to have J.J. Dillon. J.J. Dillon unveils the television championship. Okay, that can go right before the main event, and before that, we're gonna have a match between Mike Awesome and Brian Christopher. And we can fill in some more time, 18 minutes for that. Disco TV can be 8 minutes. Jerry Lynn and Taz versus the Armed Forces can go the full 10. Harlem Heat Well Done can go 10. And the opening promo can go to 12. Let's run the show. So opening up our show, we've got Steve Austin and Jesse Ventura in the ring. And Jerry Lynn and Taz come out. And it is announced that this Sunday, Steve Austin and a mystery tag team partner will be facing off against Jerry Lynn and Taz in a tag team contest. But tonight, Jerry Lynn and Taz will be facing off. Will be facing 3 men in a handicap match, and that match is next. And Taz and Jerry Lynn do get the victory after Taz defeated Lieutenant Flynn by pinfall with a Northern Lights suplex. So Commodore Kurgan was exhausted by the end, but that's fine. Taz with a 78, Jerry Lynn with an 81, Commodore Kurgan with a 14, Lieutenant Flynn with a 27, and Commander Cobra with a 40. 62. After the match, we get Steve Austin beating down Jerry Lynn and Taz, maybe trying to get an advantage for the tag team contest. this Sunday. Fit Finlay defeats Johnny B. Bad in 9:54 by pinfall with a tombstone pile driver. Not much to say, just trying to get Finlay over. 73. We have an interview with the Cruiserweight champion Eddie Guerrero. He is looking to face Chris Jericho this Sunday, and he says that Jericho is a tremendous performer. He's a great high flyer. He has tremendous skill in the ring. And this Sunday, he can't wait to face him for the Cruiserweight Championship. Harlem Heat take down Well Done with relative ease after Billy Gunn ran in and attacked Steven Dunn. Booker T with the performance of the night so far with a 90. So Booker almost guaranteed to be a future world champion in GCW. Gets a 71. We have an episode of Disco TV with Intercontinental Championship holder Lance Storm. Lance Storm doesn't have an opponent for this Sunday, so Disco suggests that maybe Disco can get an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship, and Lance Storm says sure. Why not? 60. Mike Awesome goes over on Brian Christopher in 8-10 by pinfall with an awesome bomb. Not much to say about this match, just trying to knock Brian Christopher off his pedestal. He should not be higher than a mid-carder, but oh well. Mike Awesome with an 87, Christopher with a 59, a 76. JJ Dillon unveils the TV Championship ahead of the Battle Royal this Sunday. And in the main event, Johnny Ace defeats Chris Candido in 18:29 by pinfall with an Ace Crusher. 84 for Johnny Ace, 75 for Chris Candido, and 87. And after the match, Empire beat down Johnny Ace. Shane Douglas runs in and makes the save for his former Dynamic Dudes tag partner. Gets an 89, our best rating for Fuel yet, increasing our popularity in 16 regions. And we are at the top of the news, beating out Raw and Nitro. Raw ended up getting a 87, with the main event being Kerry Von Erich and Ivan Koloff. Oh, never mind, it's Nikita Koloff. Versus Ricky Steamboat and Jake the Snake Roberts. The DQ is probably what did him in. Monday Nitro, Ricky Morton defeating Cactus Jack. They're trying to drop him out before we get him. Assholes. Alright. So now, let's go up to Championship Wrestling 169, and we will be booking the show, not just showing the results today. So let's get right into it. Alright, we are here at Championship Wrestling 169. Let's get straight into the show. We've got TBS and BSKYB at our disposal. We can get 20,000 fans easily at Championship Wrestling, but since we're at Championship Wrestling and we're not at a big show like Halloween Hell or Revolution, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to host our Championship Wrestling events in the Mid-South. And we'll be saving our locations in the Tri-State for bigger shows such as No Love Lost, March Massacre, Resilience and Romance, Summer Showdown, Halloween Hell, and Revolution, and future named shows that are not Championship Wrestling. But should still do fine. Most of our stars are still popular in the Mid-South. So, let's get into the booking. Starting us off, we are going to have the Intercontinental Championship match. Lance Storm will be facing off against Disco Inferno. And in 10 minutes, Intercontinental Championship on the line, Lance Storm will be retaining the championship by submission. Alright, that takes care of that. Next up, we can have the Battle Royal. So it's going to be a, let's say, 15-man Battle Royal. In this match, we're going to have Ahmed Johnson, Empire member Alex Wright. We're going to have D'Lo Brown, Fit Finlay. We're going to have Kama Mustafa, Marcus Bagwell, Savio Vega, Steve Blackman, the 1-2-3 Kid, Rob Van Dam, Avatar. Let's get Commodore Kurgan in there. We'll get the Hardys in there. And Isaac Yankem. Actually, no. I'm going to take out Isaac Yankem. We're going to put in Tommy Dreamer. And that can go around 15 minutes. Television Championship on the line with none other than Fit Finlay getting the victory and the championship, last eliminating D'Lo Brown. Alright, that takes care of the Television Championship. Next up, we're going to have an interview with Gene interviewing Steve Austin. And Jesse Ventura can be there too, I guess. So Gene interviews Austin. He is injured. I'm going to put that in quotations. He is injured and cannot wrestle tonight. Alright, so Austin can't wrestle. This means our main event goes out the window, and we have to find a new solution. So next up, we can have the tag team match between Harlem Heat and the Smoking Gunns. Tag team championships will be on the line. This is a rematch from Revolution, of course. And Booker T will be getting the pinfall victory and be crowned the new tag team champions, making them, I believe, 4 or 5-time champions. 5-time champions. Alright, that takes care of that. Next up, we can have a singles match. We're going to have the Eddie Guerrero-Chris Jericho match. That can go around 17 minutes. Cruiserweight Championship will be on the line, and Eddie Guerrero getting the victory. Open, decisive pinfall. And after the match, Eddie Guerrero and Chris Jericho, put them both on selling. Eddie extends, I can't spell. Eddie handshake, Jericho walks away. So Jericho will refuse to take a handshake from the Cruiserweight Champion Eddie Guerrero. Next up, we're going to have a tag team match. It's going to be Shane Douglas teaming up with his former partner Johnny Ace to face off against Chris Candido and Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And in around 18 minutes, Shane Douglas will be getting the victory. And after the match, we're going to have an angle. Shane Douglas, Johnny Ace. So Johnny Ace will challenge Shane Douglas, but he refuses. That can go around 6 minutes. And of course, now we've got the main event. Taz and Jerry Lynn don't have opponents tonight, so we're going to have to find some new opponents for them. But I've got something in mind. It's the Eliminators. Perry Saturn, John Kronus, and in 15 minutes, Perry Saturn for the Eliminators will be getting the victory by tainted pinfall after interference on Taz from Jesse Ventura and interference on Jerry Lynn from Steve Austin. And after the match, we're going to have Steve Austin, Jesse Ventura, Perry Saturn, John Kronus standing over Jerry Lynn and Taz. Okay, put you on acting, put you on acting, put you on menace, put you on menace. Ventura, Austin, and Eliminators celebrate. Let's run this show. Starting us off, we've got the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Landstorm versus Disco Inferno. Landstorm gets the victory in 9:45 by submission with a Canadian Maple Leaf. He makes defense number 2 of the Intercontinental Championship. Landstorm gets a 70, Disco with a 45, gets a 67. Then we've got the Battle Royal Television Championship on the line. In Decent Wrestling Little Heat, Fit Finlay becomes the GCW Television Champion. The other members of the Final Four were D'Lo Brown, Empire member Alex Wright, and Ahmed Johnson, with D'Lo Brown being the final elimination, Ahmed Johnson getting the most eliminations over the course of the match. 64. We're backstage with Gene interviewing Austin. He is injured, so he cannot wrestle tonight. But Jesse Ventura says, there's no problem. We have found replacements for the match tonight. Taz and Jerry Lynn will have their match against another team. 100. World Tag Team Championships on the line. Harlem Heat defeat the Smoking Gunns in 1442 when Booker T defeats Billy Gunn by pinfall with a spinebuster Harlem sidekick combo. Harlem Heat are once again the tag team champions, only 1 month after originally losing them to the Smoking Gunns. This means they are the first team in GCW history to become 5-time tag team champions. Stevie Ray with a 59, Booker with an 82, Bart Gunn with a 61, Billy Gunn with a 52 and 81. Intercontinental Cruiserweight Championship on the line next. Good Wrestling didn't have much heat. Eddie Guerrero gets the victory over Chris Jericho in 1646 by pinfall with a frog splash. Guerrero makes defense number 1 of the Cruiserweight Championship. They have pretty good chemistry. That's good, because this match will be revisited. 75. After the match, Eddie extends a hand, wanting to shake Jericho's hand, but Jericho just walks away, ignores Eddie, blows him off, walks to the back. And of course, babyface Jericho is coming to an end as we slowly try to turn Jericho heel. 94 face performance, 86 heel performance. That is, don't know about that. 81. Then we've got oh my god, I can't speak. Reunion. Holy shit. Jesus. Alright. Reunion of the Dynamic Dudes for one night. Okay, I got through it. They defeat Chris Candido and Hunter Hearst Helmsley after Shane Douglas defeated Hunter by pinfall with a belly-to-belly suplex. Johnny Ace with an 84, Shane Douglas with an 83, Hunter with a 70, and Candido with a 66. 80. After the match, they both celebrate. Johnny Ace grabs a microphone and says this isn't over. He doesn't trust Shane Douglas at all. He still doesn't want to be his tag team partner. He actually challenges Shane Douglas to a match at No Love Loss, which is next episode. And Shane refuses. But Johnny Ace keeps trying to get the match with him, but Shane doesn't stop. He continues to say, no, I don't want to. And Ace finally snaps, slaps him across the face, and walks away. 90. Then we've got the main event. Decent Wrestling Little Heat, the Eliminators defeat Taz and Jerry Lynn in 1507 when Perry Saturn defeated Jerry Lynn by pinfall with a total elimination following interference from Steve Austin. Jerry Lynn with a 69, Taz with a 57, Saturn with a 66, Cronus with a 60, a 74, and then afterwards, Ventura, Austin, and the Eliminators celebrate to end the show. Gets a 79, improving our popularity in 15 regions. We're going to give props to Booker T. We're going to give props to Shane Douglas and Johnny Ace. Right? And that's how we're going to end off January. Next episode will be GCW No Love Lost, which we will be hosting in the Tri-State. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of GCW. Make sure to like if you like this video, subscribe if you want more. We'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.